So hello everyone, my name is Karolis and I am from Kastu team, from Kastu Vilnius office, and today we are starting our webinars sessions, and today our first university of our Master Days 2019 event is University of Greenwich from England, and I will make a short introduction of this university, and then I will give the word to Natasha, International Recruitment Officer for Europe, so she will do a presentation about this university, and of course you can write your questions in the chat, which you can see on your right side of the screen, and at the end of the presentation we will answer all your questions. So University of Greenwich is quite old university. It's already has 125 years of education. Also, it has 3 campuses in London and Kent. And at university, there are more than 38,000 students from more than 140 nationalities. So I'm pretty sure if you would be studying there, then you would have a chance to get a real international experience. So Natasha, I would like to give a word to you already, so you could start the presentation and students would get all information from you.
Perfect. Thank you, Karolis. Thank you, and welcome to the University of Greenwich in London. I hope you can see the slides at the moment. The first slide is not just any photo that's been put on. It is actually one of our campuses. So it is a stunning campus that's located in Greenwich. So a little bit about the university. So the university goes back to 1890. So we have about 125 years of providing education. We have around 38,000 students studying at the university, and the students are studying from worldwide countries. So we represent over 140 different countries, and it's very multicultural and very diverse. One of our important statistics that we do like to be recommended is that the employment rate for students who graduate, it's at 91% of our students go into employment or further studies 6 months after graduation. So to tell you a bit about the campus, so this is the Greenwich campus, and it's located in London. So it's to the southeast of London. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and we are situated right by the River Thames, which you should be able to see here. Opposite the campus is our business hub for the UK, so our Canary Wharf, which is where a lot of our financial district is and a lot of our banking. The Greenwich campus is the home for the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Science, so anything relating to architecture, computing, law, humanities, English-related programs, they're all based on the Greenwich campus, and so is our business faculty. We also have another building called Stockwell Street, and Stockwell Street is about a 5-minute walk from the campus, and it's the home to our library, which is a beautiful library over 4 floors where you can come and study, you can take part in lessons, have your lecture theatres, and the campus itself is only around 10 minutes away from London Bridge. So it's a really beautiful area that we're situated in for Greenwich. The next campus is Avery Hill campus, and that has the Faculty of Education and Health. So anything relating to nursing programs or education programs, and our sports science programs are all related and based on the Avery Hill campus. The campus itself, it's a beautiful campus. It has accommodation on campus. It has a lovely park area right next door to the campus, and the University of Greenwich, Avery Hill campus and Greenwich campus is known as the Royal Borough of Greenwich, so it's a really beautiful area. We even have a free inter-campus bus that will take you from Avery Hill to Greenwich and back if you were to stay at Avery Hill campus and just wanted to commute to Greenwich. And it's about 30 minutes away from London Bridge. And last but not least, we have an amazing campus in Medway. So Medway is located in Chatham in Kent, and it's the home to our Faculty of Engineering and Science. So anything to do with civil engineering, mechanical, electrical engineering. We offer things like biomedical science, pharmaceutical science. So we offer a wide range of programs that you can choose from. We have very strong industry links, and we work with very many multinational companies. And a lot of our buildings in the Medway campus are specialised for science labs and have the latest high-class equipment on there. We also have our drill hall library, which is a library that is the longest library in Europe. So that's an interesting fact for our Medway campus. So just to give you an idea of the location, as you can see here, this is the whole of London. And Greenwich is just to the southeast, so you can see how close we are to the centre of London. The good thing that I find with the Greenwich campus is that although it's in London, it's not in central London, so it's not crazy busy as you'd expect it to be. It's actually a nice, you still get the feel of London, but it's it's not as hectic or crazy busy. And our Avery Hill campus is also located on the Avery Hill campus. So as you can see, the Medway campus, it's just slightly outside London, so it's about an hour by train. We have excellent transport links that will take you to and from London if you want to go to visit. And we also have a campus bus. So the campus bus is just for University of Greenwich students. Like I said, it's free between Greenwich and Avery Hill. From Greenwich to Avery Hill to the Medway campus, there's a charge of around £3. So we offer a range of programs for postgraduate students to choose from. So you'll find that there's over 250 different programs that you can choose from. This list here just shows a small example of a few programs that we do offer in each of the faculties, but I'm sure that you'll find something that would suit your needs, because we do offer a range, and I think that's one of the good things about Greenwich is that there's such a diverse range of programs that we do offer. So over 100 plus of our programs are accredited programs. So we have companies such as the Chartered Institute of IT, we have the Chartered Institute of Management Accounting. So it's good to know that the degree that you're getting would be an accredited course from an official recognised awarding body. So I have here the entry requirements for applicants from Poland. I also have from Lithuania as well on the next few slides. So for postgraduate level, we have most of our programs require a UK equivalent of a 2-2. So the requirement that we would look for Polish bachelor degree is a minimum grade of 4. For any programs that require a UK equivalent of a 2-1 entry, we would ask for a minimum grade of 4.5. So for the English language requirements, I would love to be able to say that in Polish, but I'm afraid I'll probably get it wrong. So I'll stick with the Matura. The Matura from the English component, as long as you have 80% from your Matura, you would be able to get onto any program, any postgraduate program that requires an IELTS of 6. So you wouldn't necessarily need to take an IELTS test, we would just look at your mature English grade. There are some programs that ask for slightly higher. They would be things like an MBA or an architecture degree or a law-related degree. So, similar to Poland, the entry requirements from applicants from Lithuania. So, for UK equivalent of a 2-2, we would look at your bachelor's degree with a minimum grade of 7. And for a UK equivalent of a 2-1, we would look for a minimum grade of 8. And again, so for applicants from Lithuania, in order to get onto the programme, we would look at your brandos attestatus with a minimum grade of 8 in English. So if you have that, again, you don't need to take an IELTS test. We would just take that as a comparison. Again, so if you just bear in mind that some programmes do ask for a higher entry requirement of an English of IELTS of 6.5, things again like MBA, architecture, law. Okay, so there's the fees and the amount of it will cost for you to study a master's degree in the UK. It completely varies upon which faculty you're based on. So as a guide, most of our programmes for Faculty of Liberal Arts and Sciences will be approximately £8,250. The Faculty of Business is £9,250. And our Faculty of Education and Health and Engineering and Science is also £8,250. There is a list of exception programmes, so if you click on the link or if you follow the finance link at the bottom, you'll be able to tell exactly what fees are related to that specific programme. One of the programmes that we have, which is a really popular programme at the university, is our MBA International Business. Now we do have the general MBA programme, which is a one-year programme, and it's usually for students that have work experience in a managerial type of role. And then we ask for a minimum of two years work experience for that. Now the MBA is slightly different, so it's basically a 2-year programme. The first year you are learning your lessons and you're obtaining your MBA, and the second year you do an internship, so you work for 1 year. Usually those internships are paid internships. So for the MBA International Business, you don't actually need to worry about having any work experience. So if you're a fresh graduate and you're looking to do an MBA and you don't have work experience, then the MBA International Business, it may be the right degree for you to take. The tuition fee for the MBA is £14,500, and that's for the whole duration of the course, even though it's a 2-year programme. And we do have an employability team that will assist you with finding a suitable placement. So, you know, it's a very popular degree. We have a lot of students currently registered on it. We offer it in 2 intakes, so we'd offer it in September, and we also offer it in January as well. So, obviously, if you're coming to the UK, we know that accommodation is something that you may look for. So all our students coming to the UK, to Greenwich for the first year of studies, will be guaranteed accommodation for their first year of studies. A lot of our campuses are, so the Greenwich campus itself has 4 different accommodations that you can choose from. We have one solely for postgraduate students, so it's just opposite the campus. The other 3 are about a 10-minute walk from the campus, so it's really important because you wouldn't have to worry about paying travel expenses to stay at accommodation. You literally just walk to the Greenwich campus if that's where you're located. The Avery Hill campus, it's on campus itself, and that's the same with the Medway campus. So they all offer a range of rooms that you could choose from, and it will actually meet your different budget needs. So if you're looking to obviously share a room, that would usually always be the cheapest option. But if you didn't want to share a room, you don't have to. You would get your ensuite bathroom. Usually it's a sort of shared kitchen facilities area that you would share. And the accommodations, you know, you have your own gym in the Avery Hill campus, the Greenwich campus, the Medway campus. There's a laundry service. So it's a really nice accommodation, and it's obviously the fact that you're guaranteed accommodation for your first year. You just have to make sure you apply before June to be guaranteed a place in accommodation. So we often get asked about working part-time while you're a student, because of course you all want extra money to spend and to be able to afford to, you know, pay for bills, pay for food. So one of the great things about Greenwich is that we offer a student ambassador scheme. Now, the student ambassador scheme allows you to sign up for this when you register in September as a student. And basically it offers you part-time employment, and you get to work within the university, you get to work with several different departments, doing several different roles, things like helping out with open days, helping out with administrative tasks. So you get a really good experience for working part-time, and it's really good experience for your CV, and just obviously for when you're looking at your next steps in your career, to show that you are, you know, you have had work experience while you're studying. And the good thing about the student ambassador scheme is that it is completely flexible to your workload. So it totally depends on what sort of role you want to take, what sort of hours you're looking for. So it's really flexible, and it's a really good way to sort of earn some money while you're a student. We have a lot of interest in it, so if it is something that you're interested in, then do keep an eye out for it when it gets published in September. So of course it's not all about studying, but it's about the study, but it's also about the social life. So it's also about the social aspects of the university. So there's different sports facilities that you can take part in. There's different teams that you can join in. We have badminton team, we have basketball team, American football. It's really range of programs, sports that you could take part in. So the Greenwich campus and the Medway campus have like a student bar area. In fact, the Greenwich campus has recently just opened theirs this last intake, and it's a really beautiful student bar area where you can at least come and you can experience the sort of nightlife of the university, and they have really good social events there. And we're so close to London. Obviously, central London is about 10 minutes away from, London Bridge is about 10 minutes away from the Greenwich campus. And Medway, you're very close to the coast, the countryside. And if you are looking to come into London, then it's about an hour by train. So I've spoken a bit about Greenwich. There's so many reasons why to choose Greenwich. We do have a great location. We have a range of campuses. We have over 250 programs that you can choose from. The teaching and the learning support that you get is completely, amazing. That the staff are there to support you in all aspects, academically, and if you need any support services in terms of finance, counselling, careers advice. So we have a careers office that will help you in finding employability and helping you with things like CV writing, interview skills. So it's really things that will help you prepare for your next step and progression towards your career. We have been nominated as one of the friendliest boroughs in London. So that's always a good thing to know, because you don't just want to come to the UK and end up somewhere that you feel is not so friendly or that you don't feel safe in. I've actually studied at the University of Greenwich, so I can speak from my own experience that the university really does care. I studied on the main campus in Greenwich, and I loved the campus, I loved the people that I met, I loved the academics. You know, they would help you if you needed support, if you were struggling with work, they're there to help you, and they really wanted to see you grow. And I think that's something that made me choose Greenwich, was because they actually want to see you succeed. They want to see you do well. They don't just want to have you there as a number, or they actually want you to do, you know, meet your goals, help you in your career. So I found it, you know, I found my time there being amazing, and that's why obviously I'm working for the university to promote this to other students, so that they also get a good feel about what it would be like to study at Greenwich. So if you are thinking of applying, one of our key representatives in Lithuania and Poland is Kastu. So you can just contact them and they will help you throughout the whole application process. They've helped so many of our students, and we always get really good feedback from our students. They'll help you with the application process. They'll obviously help you to check you've met the entry requirements. They really will go through all the process of making an application, how to do the accommodation, support you with all that, and they're really doing it on your behalf. So it's the support that they give is really good. The main sort of documents that we would like to see is all your academic transcripts and certificates, and a copy of your CV, anything that you can write on there to even if it's voluntary work, to include that on there as well, and a personal statement. So a personal statement will be why you are choosing the program itself, what strengths you feel that you would bring to the program, any kind of extracurricular activities that you do that supports you in applying for that program. So it's really why you're choosing the program and why you're choosing Greenwich. And then all you need to do is you would submit an online application through Kastu International, and like I said, they will help you with the whole process for that. And that was it. So thank you for attending.
Thank you very much, Natasha. And then, yeah, we have a few more questions.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the first question is about studying loan. People know that you have to pay for master studies, and there is a chance to get a study loan for it. So maybe you can tell more about the study loan and how they should apply, and how they can get it.
Okay, so there is a master's study loan that has been available for students. We are in the process of waiting for Student Finance England to confirm the details for September 19. But based on previous years, as a master's student, you can apply for this. It's a loan, and it's up to the amount of around £10,600. The loan would go directly to yourself to support you with your tuition fee or your living expenses. How you use that loan towards your studies is completely up to you. But for the university, in order to receive that loan, when you register, you're required to pay 15% of the tuition fee, and after that period, we would confirm with Student Finance that you have registered with us in order for them to release the loan to you. So like I said, Student Finance England are the awarding body that you would apply for the loan. And we're just waiting for them to confirm for September 19 the details, but it should be on their website within the next, probably by April, I would assume it should be on there.
Okay, so first of all, students have to apply. Then when they know if they have been admitted or not. After that, they can apply for a student loan. Yes.
Yeah. So the first thing is to make an application. Sorry, I should have made that a bit clearer. You need to have an offer of place at the university before you can apply for the student loan. So the best thing to do is start your application process for the university with CASTU as soon as possible, because when it's announced that the applications are ready or open, at least then you can just do the application straight away with student finance.
Yeah, and also there is another question about scholarships. Are there any scholarships which students from Lithuania and Poland could get from your university?
Yeah, so for postgraduate studies, unfortunately, there's no scholarships at the moment, but that is because there is that student loan that you can apply for from Student Finance England. So it's kind of to subsidize it that way.
Yeah, and students will need to give the loan back only when they have finished their studies, yes?
Yeah, so once you've completed your studies, you will only start repaying the loan once you're earning a certain amount of money. I think from memory it's around £21,000 or something around that mark. So you wouldn't pay anything back until you are actually earning that amount of money. And the good thing is that I know it kind of probably feels really scary to think of taking a loan or to be in that kind of predicament where you're having to pay for something. But as a student who also took out a loan, once you graduate and once you're earning a certain amount, when I initially had a first job, I wasn't earning over a certain threshold, so they were not taking out anything from my monthly payments. But after I earned a certain amount, then they would take a small amount out. It was probably at that time around £100, £150 a month, but you don't really see it in comparison to what you're earning. And when you look back at it, you actually don't, it's an investment in your studies. So it's such a great opportunity to actually think that you are able to take some sort of loan to help you to reach your potential.
Yeah, okay. And also we have a question about the grades, which you have mentioned earlier in your presentation. And the question is, was that a grade from a bachelor work? So maybe you can just tell, is it a grade from bachelor work or is just an overall grade from the whole bachelor studies?
Yeah, so it's an overall grade from your bachelor studies. So as long as your overall grade is, for example, a grade of 7, if it's a 2-2, then we would consider you for that program. If it was for a 2-1, then we ask for a grade 8, and again for our Polish students, a minimum grade of 4 for a 2-2 or 4.5 for a 2-1.
Okay, sounds great. So I think that now that question is clear for that student, which he has asked. And also another one question is, how do you treat your master students in case of accommodation? So when they are coming to study and they want to get accommodation, are they treated as a first-year students or no? I suppose the question is because if a student who is coming to study master degree, does he or she have a guaranteed accommodation or no?
Yeah, so actually, although your program is like a 1-year program, you are guaranteed for your first year of studies. So you as a master's student are also guaranteed accommodation. Obviously, just to make sure you apply before June, because that's when the accommodation deadline is. But yes, you are.
And students can live in that accommodation places about which you have talked in your presentation.
Yeah, so they could just choose the right accommodation that suits them. obviously dependent on their budget and the location of the campus, which accommodation obviously they're going to stay in. But yes, they can.
Okay, and also there is a question about internship during master studies. Do the students have a chance to take an internship for some time? Because during bachelor studies they have, but bachelor studies are for 3 years, and master's programs are mostly for 1 year. So is there any time for some kind of internship? And if yes, do you help students to get it?
Yeah, so at the moment for masters, there's not really an internship program. If someone was looking to do an internship, then the MBA International Business might be the most suitable one for them, because that does offer a placement year. The good thing about it is that you could have studied any degree to have gotten it. So even if it's a degree in engineering, for example, and you want to do an MBA with no work experience, then the 2-year MBA might be the one that's suitable for you.
But this is only for MBA. I mean, if a student has a different degree, for example, for engineering, then he can apply for International Business MBA. But usually they have to apply for a master program which is related with their bachelor, yes?
Yeah, so for most programs, they'll ask you to have a bachelor's in the area that you're going on to for a master's program. So the MBA is something a bit of an exception to that, where it can look at students with a range of different degrees that they've studied.
Yeah. Also, one more question from another student is, do all students have to take international English exams to prove that they can communicate? So most likely he has missed that part about English language.
No problem. Okay, so for in answer to that question, we do look at English that you studied in your high school. Yeah, exactly. So for example, for our Polish applicants, we would look at the Matura, and if you have 80% in English, then you do not need to take an IELTS test, for example. From applicants from Lithuania, from your brandos attestatas, if you have a minimum grade of 8 in your English, then again you don't need to take an English test. So we do, look at your high school. We do take that into consideration when we're assessing your application. Yeah.
Yeah, and also, for example, there are some cases when students are applying to bachelor programs right after their high school. And for example, after 3 years, then they're applying to masters. And if a student, for example, has made a few gap years after his bachelor and now is applying to master program, is it still possible to him to get admitted without IELTS or TOEFL under these conditions which you have just mentioned?
Yeah, so as long as they're still showing their high school certificate, obviously if the student feels really that they've not been in touch with English for a long time and they feel that they might do better from taking an English test, then we'd certainly say we wouldn't tell them not to. That might be more beneficial for them, but we would look at their high school certificates in English.
Okay. Yeah, and so it seems all the questions have ended, so we still have some time, and I will just quickly show application form, or what students need to do if they want to apply. So I will just turn my screen share on. One moment. So I'm now showing the version of Lithuanian website. The version of Polish website is pretty much the same, but I will show it later on. So when you are coming to kastu.lt, first of all, you can find the Greenwich University. So going to the place where to study, you choose England, and then you will find University of Greenwich. You can press on your master programs, and then you can see the list of all the master programs which Greenwich University has to offer. Then you can see a plus sign here, and you can press it, and then the program is already in your application form. So you are pressing that green button on the right side of your screen, which means application form. And then here you can see all the programs you have selected. And here you can see again the button fill application form. And here you can put your personal information, information about your education, information about your languages, if you are planning to take English language test or not. It depends, like Natasha told, on your grade at high school. Then also you should write about your experience after school or university. What have you been doing after the lessons? Then there is a documents field where you have to upload your passport or ID card, and also your bachelor and high school diploma, or if you don't have your bachelor diploma yet, then you have to upload your ACTS credits to inform university what subjects you have studied, so they would be able to evaluate your application form. Then there's a place for motivation letter and for reference. And also, if you have any other documents, you can put them in documents field also. Then you press the button save, and then you can send the application form. The application form will be checked, and then it will be started to be evaluated by University of Greenwich. And in Polish website, there is the same field where to study. Then you can choose England, and then you should find University of Greenwich in the list and choose master programs. And this is the same process. You are just selecting them to your application form. You are pressing the button fill application form. You can see your programs here. You can press the button fill the application form, and again the same. You can see everything the same like in Lithuanian version, because application form is in English language in both versions. So personal information, information about education, about your English language skills, your experience, which you have to add here, your documents field, letter of motivation, reference. And again, you can save it and send, so we would be able to check it, and then university to evaluate it. So thank you very much for attending this webinar. And also, like you saw, if you have any questions, you can contact us. You can find our contact details in castu.lt and castu.pl. And also you will have a Skype sessions with Natasha. Those who have registered for it, you have all the information in your emails. So you just need to be online in your Skypes, and Natasha will call you so you could have a chat with her. So Natasha, maybe you want to say something before ending this webinar?
Yes, sorry, sure. And Karis, thanks for going through the application process. Probably just one thing to note. When you do make an application with Castu, we do try to give a response back within 24 to 48 hours, so it's a really fast response time. That you'll get a decision back as to whether you've been accepted. And I can see that I think there's a few more questions that have been asked.
Yeah. So if you can see, so you can answer to them.
Sure. So in relation to if I have business marine bachelor, can I study any kind of master's business program? So it really depends on what sort of program you want to apply for first, because when we look at a program, we will then actually see if they want something in a specific area. So if they want you to have a bachelor's in a specific area, So if you know the sort of masters you're looking to study, that's the first step for us to then tell you whether you'd be considered for that program. Like I said before, the MBA International Business or the MA International Business, that is open to students from any background. But again, it is worth sort of looking at the program, the postgraduate program initially.
Yeah, and the other one question is, what if you are a master student in Lithuania and want to start studying in UK? Do you have to stop studies in Lithuania?
Okay, so yes, because we offer our programs like as a full-time program, or I guess as a part-time if you want to study part-time, but you will have to come and be on campus to attend those programs. So you would need to come to the UK to carry on studying.
Yes, so yeah, in such case, the studies in Lithuania should be stopped. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so sounds great. So now you will get in contact with those who have registered for Skype sessions, and then you can ask questions if they will have anything else to you. And thank you for everybody again for participating. And if you will have any questions, you can contact us directly, and we will help with all the things in order to application process to Greenwich University. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for attending, everyone, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. Thank you, Carolis.
Yeah.
Thank you.